Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, can you please stop the background noise for a minute? For today's video, I just wanted to take you guys along and show you what a lesson of our Gather Round curriculum looks like. So we are doing Gather Round curriculum this year. The unit that we are doing currently is the human body unit. This curriculum covers really all of our subjects other than math. So today I will let you know what you're gonna do in a second. I thought of starting this video when I didn't have, a table full of kids waiting for our lesson to start, but I'm starting it now. Today's video is also a collab with my friend Jamie over at her channel, Simply Living It. She started Gather Round a year ago, and so I was interested in this curriculum and I watched a lot of her videos, a lot of her content to help me understand the curriculum better and see how it works. So I am super excited to be collabing with her on today's video. She will also be showing a sample lesson. She is doing a different unit than us, so I will link her video down below in my description. Make sure you check out her video as well. Wesley's over there having his snack, aka his leftover breakfast. So all of the kids have their books out here. Charity's is the early elementary book. Simeon has his. His is the early reader version. Elijah's is the upper elementary, and Zara's sitting here beside me. She has the pre-reader, the kindergarten book. You're right. And then mine, of course, is the big fat teacher's guide here. So today, I should start off by saying we are starting this lesson called Your Amazing Mouth, but we often have a hard time completing one full lesson each day. So we still have to finish lesson 9. I believe where we're starting is, yes, we are starting with this history page. So everybody turn to that history page. So everybody has the same page in their books. Have you ever heard of the London Fog of 1952? London is a large city in what is now known as the United Kingdom. We finished reading that history page. Everyone's at their art page. Elijah, I would like you to read what this says, and then everybody is going to draw something. So Zara has her pre-reader book, but we have also a writing book for her, a reading book for her. So this book is really just like extra for her.
And a math.
And a math book, yes. So we really just go through and find her something to do, like some sort of activity page. Let's start with this page, Zara. This is a sight word. It's was. Can you say was?
Was.
Okay. I want you to color was. You're going to trace was. And then you're going to write was. Yes, and find all the was here. So get out your pencil crayons.
Think of something that I love the smell of. It can be a beautiful bunch of flowers, or even spaghetti, and draw a picture of it in the box below. Be creative and make sure to color your picture in with different colored pencils.
So draw the picture of something that you love the smell of. What are you gonna draw?
Pizza.
Pizza. Ooh, that sounds good.
I think.
What do you love the smell of?
It has to be a crust. Finger food.
Oh, Charity, what do you love the smell of?
Ice cream.
Who's in my seat? I don't have a seat anymore. Zara is just finishing her little writing page here, and then maybe she'll do a coloring page. She really enjoys the coloring pages. I know this is a little bit confusing because we're starting like mid-lesson, but the kids are just over here finishing their drawings, their colorings of their favorite food. Sim, show us what you drew. What is it?
It's an extra cheesy pizza.
Extra cheesy. What else is on it?
It's a Hawaiian pizza.
Oh, Hawaiian. That's my favorite. Elijah, what have you drawn?
A bowl of ice cream. Pebbles.
A bowl of ice cream. Okay, what else?
And pizza on a stick.
When Charity's done drawing her ice cream here, we're gonna start on our next chapter. So this is where a lesson typically should begin. So we're learning about your amazing mouth. I think this will be a really interesting one. So I basically read this page, and this page. So they just sit and listen as I read. Oh, and this page. See, it's a long one. This is 4 pages I'm going to read. As I read, each of the kids has their first page of the lesson where they have a little coloring to do, some vocabulary words, and then they're also going to be listening and writing something about what they learned. So typically for Simeon, I will write his first and then he copies it. He tells me, Simeon, come sit please. He tells me what he wants to write and then I write it and he copies it. For Elijah's, he always has a word to, he looks it up in the dictionary app and writes out what that means, and then he also writes notes. So Charity has a couple of words to write down. She's gonna color her picture, and then she also is going to write some notes about what she learned. Chewing your cereal loudly to annoy your sibling, biting open that package because you can't find scissors, singing, laughing, swallowing, tasting. All of these activities involve our multitasking mouths. The mouth is the beginning of the digestive system. This has been a pretty fun lesson so far. So first we talked all about the, what is it called, Elijah, at the back of your mouth? The uvula. And then Simeon, we were just doing a little test, a little experiment, seeing if you can swallow and breathe air in at the same time. Try it. Can you do it?
Yeah.
No, you can't. You can breathe in your air and then swallow. Okay, who's the winner with the most teeth?
I think you, of course.
We just counted. We just counted everybody's teeth. Yes.
You had the most.
I have the most. Do any of you guys still have your wisdom teeth? I have 32 teeth. I think I counted that right. I have all my wisdom teeth still. So everybody is writing their notes down, what they learned during this lesson. Charity's done hers. Zara is coloring a tongue. Wesley is behind me, attacking me. And Simeon, can you tell everybody the interesting fact that we learned about?
Your mouth
Heals
faster than any other part of your body.
That's right. So we learned that if you get like a burn or something in your mouth heals twice as fast as any other part in your body. So that's what he wanted me to write, and then he's going to copy it down here. So let me just see. You need to start a sentence with what?
A capital uppercase letter.
An uppercase or capital letter. So erase that Y. Since Charity's done all her notes here, she's going to get started on her language arts page, her grammar. So we're talking more about compound words. Read what it says up here and then do the writing that you need to complete there. I just want to quickly show you what Simeon's going to have next as well. He has very similar grammar page. Elijah, what do you have? All right. So you have contractions. So they all have a grammar page to do, a little bit different depending on what level they are on, but they all have a page on grammar. Ooh, I love the look of that mouth. Ew, those are disgusting teeth. So just to show you a little bit more in my book here, so after I'm done reading those 4 pages I read, I can just have a little at a glance look here at what each of my kids have. So they have science. We are going to do that in a second. And then it shows what they each have for history. For language arts today, that's the grammar they are currently working on. For Bible, they have taming the tongue. And then for science, they have a taste testing experiment. Oh, that's the one we're gonna do in a second. This science one was just the notebooking that they did to start off with. So that is all we have for this lesson. And then as you can see, the next lesson goes on to something else. But I like how I can look through my book and just see, okay, what is everybody doing? What is my early reader gonna be doing? What's my early elementary, upper elementary? So everybody brought me their book so I can just have a quick look at how they did. So Elijah did his contractions. I got him to write this one a couple times because he needed to have practice knowing how veil is spelled. Very good. And then Charity here did all of her compound words. Very good. And Simeon did all of his compound words. Now I'm going to show you what we're doing next. Charity, would you go run and get that plate that we prepped? So this is the last thing we're doing for today's lesson. We are going to taste some food. We have a sweet, a salty, a bitter, and a sour. Charity, can you tell us what all these things are?
The marshmallows are sweet. I bet you can tell that.
Yeah.
And the pretzels are salty.
Yeah.
This one's bitter, I think.
The orange peel's bitter. Yeah. And then I also brought over some sour cream. So they're going to taste these and say just how flavorful they are. And then we're going to do a little experiment. Zara, what do you think the sweet thing is? What's sweet? Of all these things. You already ate a marshmallow. Can you go get him one more marshmallow? The marshmallow. Yes, so everybody eat a marshmallow. We're having fun tasting these foods. Oh, Wesley just had some orange peel. Oh, how does it taste? We're getting to the not so fun food. Okay, don't swallow it, okay? All right, so the last thing we're gonna do here, everybody, is the sour creams. I would have given you guys some yogurt, but we are out of yogurt, so who's ready? Charity. Okay, just a tiny bit, okay, guys?
A little bit more.
Yeah.
I love it.
Do you love it? Okay, no, you really? Okay, we will wash our spoons and then you can have another taste. We're gonna do our next taste with our noses plugged. We are done our gather around lesson. That kids are now moved on to their math lesson. I came to a little quiet space where I can just close off this video. That gather around lesson took us about an hour and a quarter. That is typical. With our little like science experiment that stretched it out a little bit longer, I would say usually we can complete it in right around an hour. I'm just going to quickly, before I close this video, I'm just going to quickly show you each of the kids' individual books. And what are you doing, kiddo? Just so that you can see exactly how their lesson looks. And I'll also show you what we didn't get to, what we didn't complete today. So much for this being a little quiet space over here, huh? Are you just like Mama's little tag along?
Mama.
Yeah. So for today's lesson, this is Elijah's book, The Upper Elementary. He wrote his definition, some notes, and then he wrote out his sentences about what we read. Here's what we skipped. We skipped history, and that is because we had just completed history from the past lesson. So we'll do this tomorrow. It's talking about, so it's history, but it's talking about dentistry. So it goes right along with today's lesson. And then here is the page I already showed you. Here is the page on the things that we tasted here. We didn't do the wiping your tongue off and tasting with a dry tongue. We just did the plugging their nose. They tasted it again with their noses plugged. And then this is the last part of the lesson about taming the tongue that we didn't do. So tomorrow we will have to do this and our history page. Here is the early elementary book. This is Charity's book. So her first page on notes of what I read about. Here's her history page. It looks identical to upper elementary. This page I showed already. And then her taste test, and then the last thing for her is this Bible page as well. Here is my early reader's book. So he wrote out his sentence here, and then here's his history page. It's a bit different. Instead of writing, he has a lot of circling to do. Then his grammar page. And then his tasting page. He started off and then he kind of stopped writing, and I'm okay with that. I find that it is quite a bit of writing for for an early reader, and so he started writing, and then for the rest of it he just tasted, and I didn't make him continue writing. And then here is his Bible page that again he will complete tomorrow. Every day's subjects are different, so some days they have poetry to read, some days they have a Bible verse to write down. Every day looks different, whether it's history, science, geography, but I hope you enjoyed seeing how today's lesson ran. I can hear my kids calling me from the kitchen table because they need some help with their math, so I'm gonna go run and help them. I will be filming a video probably next month on a day in the life homeschool, not just gather around, but our whole homeschool morning. But today I wanted to just share with you how a day of gather around goes for us. I know it was probably a little bit confusing because we were doing the end of one lesson, the beginning of the next. That's just kind of how today went and how tomorrow will too. So some days we do a partial lesson, some days we have time to complete a whole lesson. It just kind of differs from day to day. Anyways, make sure you go ahead and watch Jamie's video as well and see how her day went, see how it varies from mine. If you are new here to my channel, then please hit the subscribe button and you can see all my content. My kids have gone from asking me to come help them with math to now they're just playing. I can hear them talking over there. All right, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.